trying to read all of the physical books on my TBR. I do work full-time, so I cannot spend all day, every day reading. Today we are focusing specifically on the books that I have not read yet. It's actually kind of embarrassing how many books I own that I have never ever read. First off, that are not on the bookshelves, because I did just buy these off Facebook Marketplace. I have all of the Bridgerton books, which I have never read. I'm lying. I have read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton because I own it over here. So now I own 2 of them. I'm just gonna put these on the couch and then we're gonna sort them all later, because that's the fun of it, is sorting through things together. Now I'm gonna take down all of the books from my bookshelves. No judgment for how many books I'm taking off. So as you can see, we have a bit of a problem. We are gonna go through all these books together and then we're gonna start reading. We must read at least some of these. Starting on your left, my right side, the top book that we have up here is called Match. It is a book that I thrifted and I think it is part of a series, so I'm probably gonna have to get the other ones if I like it. I don't think this will be my next grab. I don't know why. I'm not that excited about it in terms of reading it right now, but it cannot get stuck on this list forever. I have to read her eventually. This entire list over here, I have to read soon because it is my friend's mom's books and she picked them all out by herself. Well, I say by herself, like an adult. She picked them all out personally for me to read because she thought that I would enjoy them. So we have The Lighthouse Keeper's Daughter, The Paris Agent, All the Light We Cannot See, The Briar Club, The Winemaker's Wife. I love the feel of this book, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. Players, The Lost Memories. I don't know if I want to read this one. This one doesn't really give me much from the back, but she said I would like it, so. Then we have The Paris Seamstress, When We Meet Again. Last but certainly not least, we have The Distant Hours. So these ones I should read soon. I'm just not as excited about them because I didn't go to the bookstore and buy them myself, which I know sounds horrible. Thank you so much, Carla, for lending me these. I don't want to rain on your parade. I will read them. I will get these back to you as soon as I can, as soon as I allow myself to read them. I think when I said I love historical fiction, we're moving more into the historical fiction I like. Dukes, debutantes, balls, some little spicy scenes in there. This is not exactly that, but similar. It is called Before the Crown. Also something that I grabbed from the thrift store that I have not read yet. Ooh, I'll read this to you. Step through the palace gates and discover a captivating historical novel of royal secrets and forbidden love, exploring the tempestuous courtship between Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip in the wake of World War II. Like, doesn't that just be like, oh, okay. I always thought I would be royalty one day, and since I'm not, I can just read about it. This one is not historical fiction, but it is by Victoria Aveyard, who has written the Red Queen series that I absolutely love. I've read all those books, and I saw this one on Book Outlet, and it's called Realm Breaker, so I picked it up. That will be in the soon-to-read pile, okay? Awesome. Then we have Betrothed by Kira Cass. I love the Selection series, so when I saw this in the bookstore, I just bought it because I love Kira Cass. The Selection was something that got me into reading as a teenager / young adult. I know, you're never too old to read those books. They're amazing. I feel like teen fiction is meant for everybody, okay? It smells new. It smells like a new book, so I'm putting this in more of the to be soon read. TBS, to be soon R, TBSR. New word. Okay, these are some other thrifted ones. I got The Duchess because I've seen the movie and I loved it. Darcy's Passions because we love Darcy. Wait a second. I swear I actually probably almost bought this in the bookstore today. I was looking at it. That's weird. That's so weird. Good thing I didn't buy it. It would have been like 20 bucks. Oh, I've already read this. Haha. Check one. I read it probably a year ago. One to check off. Next, we have these 3, which is Her Best Friend the Duke, Wounded, Wedded to His Enemy Debutante. Oh, I love the title already. And this one is called The Bride's Necklace by Kat Martin. Those 3 are also all thrifted, and I'm very excited. I love a good historical fiction thrift. Okay, and then we also have some of Jane Austen's works. I'm going to sound terrible when I say this, but every time I try to read Jane Austen, I just feel like there's not enough breaks in the paragraphs for me. So it just feels like I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm reading. And I just don't get pauses. So I think I should try reading these again, but it's a hard read for me. It's like reading a dictionary sometimes. Does that make me sound awful? This will be a soon read, but not right now reading. Next, we have all of the Bridgerton books. I bought these 3 from Dollarama. And then the rest I actually all bought from a marketplace because I just barely finished watching season 4 of Bridgerton and it was my absolute favorite. And I was like, I need to own these books. I need to own a piece of history. I offered her $25 and I got all the books. One of them is missing right now. I think I have all of them. I actually have no idea which ones I have, but Eloise's story is missing right now because one of my coworkers has it because she just couldn't wait to read it. So I can't start these. I can probably start them. She will give it back to me soon. I'm excited to read them, but I know it's going to be a time investment because I want to read all of them together. So I'll just have to zip through all of the books. And then next we have 2 more. We have one that I thrifted, which is called Letter Perfect. And then we have this one that I actually bought from a Christian bookstore. And it's about a widow finding love again. Since they're not super, super mainstream and popular, I haven't seen like little hints about them in the media. So I want to be excited about all the books that I buy, but I should just buy them one at a time and read them one at a time. I'm an idiot. Next, we have these 2 that I bought from Book Outlet, which honestly, just based on the covers, gives me just amazing, amazing serotonin. This one is The Courting of Bristol Keats, and look at, it's a sprayed edge on both. And this one is The Wren in the Holly Library. I just love a good sprayed edge. Like, oh, she's stunning. So these 2, I'm also very excited to read. Probably this one more, just because I think it's prettier. I don't know. And then we have the Caraval series, which I really want to read. I bought the Christmas edition from Book Outlet when it was on sale. I just haven't read them. They've been sitting on top of my bookshelf doing nothing. So I need to read them. And then we have 2 books that are in the Powerless series. So this one is Powerful, which is her best friend's story, which if you've already read the series, you know is going to be very sad in the end. So I'm a little sad to read it. And then I have the last book, Fearless. I made a YouTube short a while, like 2 years ago, a year ago. It went somewhat viral, and in it I was doing the man-child song, and I had called Kit stupid or something, and everybody came after me because they were like, Kit is not stupid. I haven't read book 3 yet, so I need to read it. I need to see if he lives up to what those people are saying. So these ones I'm excited about. But then it makes me think, do I need to reread the first books to really get in the zone? Because then that adds a few more books onto the pile. I own these 2 books from Throne of Glass. I'm just slowly collecting the whole series, so these ones I cannot read yet because I want to own all of them once I start reading them. There will be a day when I read them. Let's talk about ACOTAR for a minute. This is upside down. But I've only read the first 3 books in this series, and I felt like it ended great. I felt happy with the way it ended in book 3. The war's over. I don't care about the rest. So I need to read all of them, but I don't know how to get to that point. So eventually I'll read all of these, okay? Eventually. But I was pretty happy with books 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then next we have the Radcliffe Ladies Reading Club. I did ask for this for Christmas 2 years ago, and I just never read it. I don't know what to think of this book series, okay? Because I read 3 books online, knowing that I'm going to purchase them, okay? I knew I was going to purchase them. I see people talking about this series, and I have no clue what they're talking about. I'm like, where did you get that information from? Like, I would pick you in a million lives. What? There's only one life. So I need to read this, and I just need to see what's happening. So that is my full TBR. Literally, my living room is a mess right now. To some people, this isn't a lot of books, but to me, I'm like, oh, where do I even begin with choosing a book? I recently watched a Getting Out of My Reading Slump video, and she read Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is like the sister series to Caraval. And I just feel like it's time I cracked open the set. You know, like she has been sitting up there. She's been waiting to be read. Why not now? As I just really put all the books away, I discovered there is an actual other book that I have not read, and it's called Bloodguard. And I bought it also because it has a sprayed edge, and it just looks super cool. Okay? Okay. This one's up first. I want to grab a snack before we start reading because I want to just get fully into the reading zone today. So many options. Pepsi Zero. Little chocolate orange. Dark chocolate, actually. Some chips. I don't know why I'm making that face. That's weird. I'll put these in a bowl so I look fancier. This is all the chips that were left in that bag. Am I supposed to be skinnier? Rude. Okay, it's happening. Okay, also, whenever there's a map in a book, I will never look back to that map. Hate me if you may, but that will not be me. Where'd the other half of my chip go?